Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say that it seems like there could be a lot of really great collaborations between the worker-owned cooperative and unionized worker-owned cooperative. And the educational aspect seems really helpful, and the third-party resource seems helpful. I was just curious about whether the access to capital, let's say hypothetically that the folks in this room find that they can buy the company if they all had $5,000 to $10,000 to pitch in. Is there an IBW credit union that could, if they were unionized, loan that to the members to create that capital, or do you have ideas for that kind of? I can see if those people didn't have the money to do it.
A lot of us renewable energy folks are really progressive. So, now if we're going to become part of the IBW, we want to get loans. One step next to it.
Yes, there is a credit union, okay, and you get personal loans through the credit union. I have access to purchase vehicles, right? I've never gotten a personal loan through it, but it is possible. As far as the IBW itself, the union acting, I guess, as a bank to do loans, we're not really in that business. And indeed, we don't have that kind of capital. Okay. You got to remember the finances of the union come from the dues of the workers and members. So there's no way that we would really grow that kind of money in the bank.
Well, yeah, and our one of our benefits funds, the National Electrical Benefits Fund, does invest in certain projects, buys properties, but I haven't heard of them actually investing in particular contractors. Because I think that ultimately, at some level, we would have to view the co-op as a contracting firm. So I don't know if there's any precedence there.
Good idea.
Great idea.
Could I ask you guys one? We're running out of time here. Could I ask you guys one, maybe 2-minute response to the following question? Same question I put to the other presenter. Why do you care personally about you? Why do you care?
Well, I came to it initially. I was involved with different social groups kind of early on, right? Used to cut high school to go picket a state. I don't know if you remember the great boycott, the farm workers and stuff. Right? So I was interested in it early on. I came to the IBEW because I was interested in getting a trade, right? Raising a family, decent benefits. And along the way, I was surprised, okay? Because I had belonged to unions before that, right? But really not a lot of interaction or feedback, camaraderie, right? What I learned in the IBW was, I don't know how else to describe it, but a sense of family, okay? We've got about 1,600 members in Alameda County. Sounds like a lot, but it isn't. And especially when you move from one job to another, one contractor to another, you get to know a lot of folks and you care about them. Okay? Probably one thing that was an awakening for me was on Thanksgiving Day, 1985. Got in a car wreck, right? On my way out to my sister's with my wife and family in the car. We were sideswiped, rolled a few times, everybody got pretty banged up. But everybody, recovered. But about a month or so into it, I get a knock on the door, and open the door, and there's one of my fellow union members there, and he's got some cash in. Okay, they had taken a collection on the job site, they had taken a collection at the union meeting. These are people that didn't know me from Adam, right? Except for the people I worked with on the job site. But they said, yeah, let's see if we can help this guy out. Right? That struck me, and I kind of came to understand that I was involved with something more than something where I was paying somebody to get me good wages and benefits, that I was part of a group that that I cared about and cared about me. And that's probably what got me passionate about it. And I've been involved ever since. And since then, I've been rewarded because I've been exposed to some of the best people I've ever met. The people that are involved in the labor movement, I'm very impressed with.
Thank you. Great question, Brian. And for me, similar story, a little bit more concentrated though. Right after high school, I looked around for something to do, and not a lot of college graduates in my immediate family, so I didn't choose that path initially, or if I did, I didn't stick with it very long. Worked some mall jobs, different things like that when I was growing up. And right after high school, and then I started crawling under houses and in attics, and dragging cable for ovens, ceiling fans, different things like that for my stepdad actually. And he got me into the electrical trade as far as I was concerned, and it was non-union, one-man shop. But I wanted to get more, so I went to a school, an occupational center that I paid out of pocket for 4 nights a week, year and a half, had a job board, started going to other contractors, and I was doing what Matt was mentioning in his section of the presentation, which was how employers to justify my rate. At the time, work was pretty good, so I was always moving between them and making a buck or two more, but I hit a ceiling where I was running a project. I had a guy working with me that I was training, and I was making $21 an hour. That was in 1996-ish or so, 97. Actually, it was 95. In 96, I got out of the electrical industry and I did process piping testing in semiconductor facilities. And I got around my first union guys, and they dispelled a lot of the myths that I was being told by my employer who wanted to have me get my contractor's license so I could 1099 me and do these different things that he said would be better for me in the long run as a 24, 23-year-old guy at the time. And I went and worked in these big semiconductor manufacturing facilities, talked to the union guys, and they started dispelling all the myths that I was being told by my previous employers. And I was like, whoa, this is, and I learned how much they were making, and it was almost double what I was at the time. And I was like, that's pretty good. And there were wide open calls at our union hall, which I went and filled and showed up and didn't have any idea or know anyone, but I was made to feel welcome within a matter of time. And realized that I needed more training. And had previously applied for the apprenticeship program, was accepted in, but moved, missed the letter. And then later when I came back with the journeyman, they said, yeah, you can come on in if you want. So I was able to make that move. And I did the last 4 of the 5 years of the apprenticeship and found what Matt found, which was the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the training, the fairness, the quality. It's not perfect, but it's as rich as it is in any other environment I've ever seen. And I felt